Hey everybody. I said I would have an update video, um, and then I went and ended up. I started a really big job at work Sunday night, um, and as you can tell by the cat scratching, we are inside tonight. It's really miserable weather outside, very rainy and extremely windy. So you might hear the wind too. It's just really not been a very nice day, all day. Very windy, very rainy, and so because of the rain, I got off early tonight and managed to have time to shoot this update video that I wanted to do Sunday night after work. But I ended up getting home late. So, we got the 67 Mustang fastback for the Mustang 60 group build. Apologies for the table. This is actually where I build, right at the dining room table. It's the only spot I really have to build that's always climate controlled, and then I go outside and paint where I normally shoot the videos. So here it is in lime gold from Scale Finishes. Really happy with how this turned out. It's also clear coated with Scale Finishes honey gloss. I like this color my wife picked out from the factory colors. She scoped them all out and decided she wanted it to be lime gold. So I was happy to oblige her there. I got the hood fitting pretty good, how I like it. The deck lid fits pretty good. Everything's coming together. I paint the bottom of the hood, but yeah, really like how that's going. Set this off. Here's the direction that we're going with the interior. The pictures online showed that a lot of the green cars had a lighter green that basically matched the lime gold and then a darker green. So I just painted the lime gold and I didn't clear it, so it's got a little different look. You probably can't even tell on camera, but it's more of a satiny. It actually really does resemble that old metallic vinyl. And this darker green is a medium ivy green from Scale Finishes. Or no, I'm sorry. The lime gold is from Scale Finishes. The dark green is from MCW. And we got the dark green carpet, which is sort of what it showed on the, once again on the reference photos. I have this all stuck together so I can get the seats installed, which also have that the dark green, light green combo, and then I went ahead and did some bare metal foil around the outside. So pretty happy with how that's gonna look. This one's gonna need some adjustment, but there we go. But yeah, so and I stuck this under the car. I know Mustangs were red oxide, but Vinny had already painted this one black, and I just decided to run with it. But I did stick it under the body when I was painting so I could get some overspray, so like it was undercoated and then repainted or something. All these cars of ours have a story, right? So that's where we're at there. I'm ready to start sticking things together on the chassis and getting that going to finish up the group build. I'll probably have another update, and then we won't have the final until April 17th. Then as far as the I gotta grab something. Hold on just a second. As far as the Charlie Max D-Day anniversary group build, got the Jeep coming along. Just such a tiny little guy. Which is, you know, it's odd. I normally build only 24th, 25th scale, maybe 20th scale F1, but I mean, just this size. Look at how tiny it is. It's like a monster Mustang. Anyways, tiny Jeep, tiny parts, but this is a really excellent kit. And I got the engine in there, and got everything painted. It's actually some different shade. This is a different shade of green, and the engine is actually a different shade of green. You just, on camera, you can't really tell. I can see it with the naked eye. You could tell a little bit maybe with the cowl being a different color, but, and I did the framework in a different color too, because I figured there'd be different shades. But once I weather it, it'll be fine. We're gonna weather it. I gotta touch up the tires too. I just stuck them on there. But yeah, this has been really a nice kit. The sides are separate from this piece, so you have to put that on, and then you put the back on, and everything's separate, which is different, but it fit together really well. Got the pedals down in there. They're molded in. I'll just have to touch them up, and then I'll have the instrument panel, which I'm working on. And I got to start on these stretchers, litters, whatever you want to call them. The kit part was just this big hunk of styrene. Sorry, I wanted to get the. Anyways, I got my pointer. Big hunk of styrene. You can see. I drilled them out, and then did a little Dremel work, a little needle file work, and I opened all these up so it would look, because there's some reference photos, and it looks like it's just a thin piece of metal for the feet that it sits on whenever they're on the ground, or when they're sitting on the rack. Which there's another set of racking, so you know you can have it here or here, or two next to each other, or whatever. But yeah, so I just wanted to open those up. Really happy with how that turned out. And once again, I went with a little lighter shade of green for the canvas. So that's that, and then finally. This is sort of a off-the-cuff project. I was having some problems with some builds, just struggling. So I pulled this out of the stash and decided to just stick it together. It is the 1986 Toyota Soarer from Tamiya. It has a full engine detail. I'm not doing anything to it. It's going to be 100% out of the box, and it's basically done because that's how these Tamiya kits go. Painted manganese brown metallic over a champagne gold at the bottom for the two-tone, and then of course the black impact strips. Really happy with how this color turned out. It's super cool. Very late 80s, early 90s. That's what I wanted. I wanted it to be boring, late 80s, early 90s, because, I mean, it's like a prototypical car from that era. Here's the chassis. Gave the wheels the champagne gold rim, as well as the inside of the spokes here. So they got that 90s sort of gold and silver look. And then weathered the chassis up with some different metallics. The engine is basically done. There's a turbocharger. This is a turbocharged straight six. It's a predecessor to the JZ series of engines. So the turbocharger will go here, and then there's some sort of a charge pipe or a crossover pipe or something that'll come up, and then fan shroud, and it did come with some nice decals, so it'll look pretty good. And then the other thing with this kit, because it's a scale model and I can do silly things, this comes with one of those lovely, just dig it out here, comes with one of those from the era clear hoods, and I'm just going to run it. Decided not to paint it, so when we get this installed, you'll be able to see everything. I mean, I know it's totally not realistic, however, it's a model, so I'm just having fun with it. I display 90% of my models with the engine, or with the hood closed anyway, so I could really build curbsides all the time, but I enjoy building the engine and detailing them. And then to match the boring look at the rest of the car, we went with this delicious light saddle tan. Just a tan overload. Tan seats. Tan dash with some more really nice gauges from Tamiya. You get the digital dash in there. There we go. Get the light in there. The digital dash in there. And more digital goodies from 1986. I mean, this is just top-notch stuff right here. I love this era of cars. I like the more undesirable stuff, and when I saw this kit, I just couldn't resist. So that one will be done in no time. The Jeep moving along nicely. The Mustang's moving along nicely. Really, everything's going smoothly right now. Like I said, doing some simpler builds, and then I put a coat of primer back on the GT40 today. I'm going to have to sand it some more. Still a little bit of texture showing through. Can't feel it, but you can see it, so I'm going to have to get that out. But that's about it for now. I'll be back with another update, soon. And then if you haven't watched my last video, go check that out. Leave a comment, because that's what needs to happen in that video. There's a 6-month giveaway happening there, so check that out if you haven't. And I'll catch you guys all very soon. Hope you guys have a great week, and I know there's some bad weather out there, so if you got that going on, hopefully that improves soon and everybody stays safe and warm. I'll see you guys.